We will start in sitting today, no rush, just take your time. That's the thing, you just meet yourself where you are, so there's no pressure for anything. So whenever you're ready, just go ahead and come to a comfortable seated position. If you have a block available to you, you can go ahead and utilize that for a little bit more of a lift through the pelvis. If you don't have a block available to you, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. And just take any comfortable seated position. Start to shift your weight a little bit from side to side. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls back. Just kind of releasing tension out of the neck. And just let your shoulders drop down away from the ears. Just slowly move your head from side to side. So we're going to come into just a few minutes of seated meditation and mindfulness. So just setting ourselves up for that. So whenever you're ready, just coming to a comfortable seated position, take a moment to breathe deeply in through your nose. Big, heavy exhale through the mouth. Just allow your eyes to close or come into a natural resting position. Deep breath in through the nose again. Big, heavy sigh through the mouth. Just let all of the tension go that you're feeling here. Maybe noticing tension around the face or the tops of the shoulders. Just let your body feel supported with wherever you are today. So bring a little bit of length into the spine, but then let go of any tension that you don't need. And begin to deepen your breath, shifting it low into the belly. And right away, just start to move into that Ujjayi breath. So that creating that slight constriction in the back of the throat, more of an audible breath sound. And then as you begin to deepen the breath, I want you to just bring some awareness to maybe how you feel as you deepen the breath. So as I begin to do that, I start to notice that I feel more grounded. And just kind of a wave of calm that comes over me. And maybe that's not what you're feeling, and that's perfectly fine, but just identify whatever it is that you feel as you start to breathe deeper. And just making that breath more intentional. Inhaling that sense of peace and calm. Exhaling to let go. So every time you exhale today, I want you to think about letting go. Whatever that means to you today, right now, in this moment, what does it mean to let go? One of the things that we probably can all use to let go of is our expectations of things. Having that tendency then to be less disappointed or unhappy or lack contentment if we're not holding on to those expectations. So I invite you to do that today as you practice. Just experience each pose for what it is. See what your body feels like doing today. Listen to your body. And let your hands just soften down on the mat, relaxing on either sides of the hips. Keep the length in your spine, but drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And maybe just start to slowly move the head slightly. Let your chin drop down towards your chest. Just small oscillatory movements. And then left ear, left shoulder, pausing there. Again, maybe moving, maybe holding stillness. And then slowly bringing your chin back straight ahead up to center. Lift the chin towards the sky. Breathe into the base of the throat. And then come back to a neutral position with the head and neck. Take a nice deep breath in, reach your arms up and over. Right hand is gonna grab onto your left wrist. Take a side stretch to the right. Pause and breathe deeply into that left side body. Good, come back to center, deep breath in, lengthen upward towards the sky. Switch your grip, nice gentle side stretch to the left this time, grounding through both sitting bones, breathing into the right side of the torso. Pausing, lengthening, being in your body, noticing how you feel today. Nice deep breath in, lengthen upward. Big exhale, release the arms down. Good, one more time, deep breath in, sweep up. Exhale the hands to heart center. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bow your chin down. Create an intention for your practice today. Breathing into it. When you're ready, another nice deep breath in, sweeping upward. Take a gentle back bend here, just very subtle back bend. As you exhale, hands through heart center. Bring the hands down in front of you. Explore a gentle forward fold. Let your spine round a little bit. Maybe shift your hips slightly or just shift your weight from side to side here. Start to open up into the sides of the back. And then move your hands over to the right side. Pause and breathe. Opening into the left side body again. Feeling that lengthening all the way down to the side of the pelvis. Walking the hands back through the center and then over to the left side. Pause and breathe, opening the right side of the trunk. Really focusing in on that breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Keep the breath moving today. Good, coming back through the center, inhale, walking the hands up. If you're in that cross-legged position, just switch which leg you have in front. Take a nice deep breath in again, sweep the arms up again, little back bend, lengthening upward. As you exhale, hands come through heart center, forward fold. Maybe walking out a little bit further this time. Just weight shifting slightly, being in your body, relaxing the back of the neck. Maybe you're going further, maybe you're staying right where you are. This time bring the hands over to the left side. Pause and breathe. Relaxing the back of the neck, walking back through the center. Move the hands over to the right side. Pause and breathe, opening that left side body. Appreciating length in the torso and the trunk. Good, coming back through the center, deep breath in, walk your hands back towards you, then take your fingertips back behind you, seated heart opener. Draw the shoulder blades together, lift the chin, breathing into the front body. Feel the expansion across the collarbones, front of the shoulders. Avoiding anything that feels painful or is uncomfortable for your body today. On an exhale, slowly come back to center and make your way over to hands and knees. Walk your hands a little bit more forward today. On an inhale, come to cow pose or maybe cobra. Exhale, tuck and round into cat. So just start to flow with your breath. Inhale, cow or cobra. Exhale, tuck and round, cat. Take about 3 more cycles here. Cow or front of the hips drop down, cobra. Pause and breathe, lengthen the front body. As you exhale, press away, navel to the spine, cat pose. Listen to your body today. Let the breath be your pacer for the practice. Good, one more cycle. And then we'll come back to that neutral spine in tabletop. Draw the belly in slightly, Shrug the shoulders down away from the ears, send the left toes back. Pivot the back heel down, come over to your right hand and knee, modified half moon. Opening to the left side. Pause and breathe if it feels good to you. Take that left arm, reach it around for the right hip crease, open the chest, bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. Pause and breathe. Good, extend that left arm back up towards the ceiling, reaching through the fingertips. Grounding down through the outer edge of your left foot here. Micro bend in the right elbow. Good, if it's available to you, float the left leg. Maybe you find a hip opener here. Pressing the foot into the hand or heel towards the buttock, opening the chest. Nice easy back bend here, hip opener. Good, release the foot, float everything towards the ceiling on an exhale, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. One more time, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, tabletop. Neutral spine. Shrug the shoulders down away from the ears, send the right toes back. And go ahead and pivot that right foot down, come over to your left hand and knee, right arm floats up, modified half moon, second side, reaching those right fingertips upward. Feel the ground with the outer edge of your right foot. Gaze is up or down, whatever feels best on your neck. Good option for that partial bind. Right hand wraps around the back, reaching for the left hip crease, opening up the right side of the chest. Relax your face. Good, release that right hand, float it up towards the sky. Think about growing lighter on that left hand while reaching through the right fingertips. Option to float that right leg. And if you'd like, hip opener. Press the foot into the hand. Be mindful of what you're doing to your knee here, so do your best to keep the knee in line with your hip. Shoulder tracks over the elbow on that left hand. Gaze is up or down, slowly releasing that foot, float everything up. Mindful transitions today, yogis. And slowly come back to tabletop. Couple of cycles of cat and cow, your pace. Allowing the breath to be your guide today. Good, come back to that neutral spine and tabletop. Step the right foot forward. Keep the hands framing that front foot, taking that low lunge position. So hands on either side of that front foot. Just kind of bend into that right knee a little bit, shifting your weight slightly. You might start to notice some length into the hip flexor, the hamstring as you kind of shift front to back a little bit. And just settling that knee over the ankle on the front leg. Being mindful to let the left front of the hip drop down. And then left hand plants, right hand floats up. Nice, easy twist. You can reach upward or back, whatever feels best for you today. Good, then as you exhale, release that right hand, tuck the back toes under, come up for runner's lunge. Back knee is straight. We'll just pause briefly here. Belly is in, lift your gaze forward or straight ahead. Back knee is straight. And then as you inhale, come up to a prayer twist to the right. So you're gonna hook that left elbow on the outside of your right knee. If that doesn't feel good to you, just set that back knee down. Good, open the arms nice and wide. And then exhale, release your hands down, set that back knee down. Bring the right foot out slightly and come into lizard pose. This time we'll keep both hands on the instep of the right foot, just letting the front of that left hip drop down, letting the right knee drop out to the side. And you can do whatever feels good for you here. No obligations. So finding stillness, coming down to your forearms, using a block. And then if you chose to walk down to your forearms, go ahead and start to slowly come back up. Toe heel that right foot back in, and then we're gonna step the right foot back and come into kneeling. So knees are gonna be underneath the shoulders. Hands are gonna come to the sacrum, elbows are gonna point back. And just a modified camel pose here. Lifting the gaze, opening the heart, firming up the glutes. Good, as you exhale, come back to a neutral spine. This time do it, tuck your toes under though. So toes tucked under, a little stretch through the bottoms of the feet, firm the glutes, little back bend, lift your gaze upward, feel that length through the hip flexors. Pause and breathe. On an exhale, navel to the spine, come back down to tabletop. From here, step the left foot forward, coming into that low lunge position, just like we did on the first side. And just begin to shift your weight a little bit. If you prefer to hold some of these postures or poses, you can do that as well. Otherwise, a little bit of weight shift might feel good into the hip flexors and the hamstrings, but listen to your body. And then we'll settle that knee back over the ankle, plant the right hand, inhale the left arm up towards the ceiling or back towards the back edge of your mat. Twisting from the lowest part of the belly, keeping the heart lifted. On an exhale, release the hands down, tuck the back toes under, float the kneecap off the mat, belly in, look forward for runner's lunge. You could use blocks here or tent the fingers, just gonna be in this runner's lunge briefly. Think about driving that right heel back. And then as you inhale, come up to a prayer twist to the left. Back knee is straight. Open the arms wide if that feels good for you today. Relax your face. On an exhale, release the hands, set that back knee down. And then we'll take both hands to the instep, walk that left foot out to the side for lizard pose or lizard lunge. And then just like you did on the first side, feel free to shift your weight front to back. Walk down to your forearms, just kind of coming into the hips a little bit here, the hamstrings on that front leg, allowing that left knee to drop out to the side, getting a little bit more of an inner thigh stretch. Eventually, if you walked down to your forearms, go ahead and start to come back up. Toe heel, that left foot back in. We're gonna curl the back toes under and step forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana, top of the mat. So just dangling the upper body here. Ragdoll, maybe grabbing opposite elbows might feel good. Softening the back of the neck. And then on an inhale, come up to a flat back, halfway lift. Neutralizing the spine, pulling the belly in. And then as you exhale, round and fold generously, chest to the thighs. Moving in that direction. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through your feet this time. Come all the way up to stand, but take your time. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Take a little baby back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, little back bend. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Establishing cadence now with our sun salutations. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, high lunge, sweep up. Soft tops of the shoulders, be in your body. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank pose. Breathe in, belly in, breathe out, set your knees down, lower all the way to your tummy. Inhale, locust pose with your arms at your sides. Float arms and legs and heart up. Pause and breathe. Feel the activation in the back body. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Let's pause here for a couple more extra breaths. And just pedal out the feet a little bit, your first down dog of the practice. Notice how you feel. Maybe notice where you feel restrictions today. Remember, we talked about letting go of expectations. So maybe you have an expectation of how your down dog should look or feel. Just let that go. And do your best to ground through the hands and feet. Lift the sit bones up and back, and then just let the rest of your body follow. Looking forward, this time step the right foot through. Big rise up to high lunge. Up on the ball of the back foot. Soft tops of the shoulders, back knee is straight. Exhale, hands to the mat, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through the feet, sweep all the way up. Look up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back. Inhale, high lunge, sweeping up. Shoulders stack up over the pelvis. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Pause and breathe, neutralize your spine. Good, set your knees down, lower all the way to your tummy. Inhale, locust pose. Arms can go up over your head if you'd like, or down at your sides. Exhale, hands to the mat, down dog. 2 breaths. Ground through your hands and feet. Look forward, right foot steps through, rise, high lunge. Soft taps of the shoulders. Exhale, hands to the mat, step forward. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, adding on some standing postures. Inhale, sweep up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step the right leg back. Inhale, high lunge. Good, back knee is straight. Exhale, airplane arms. Hinging over that front thigh. Activate the back body by pulling the shoulder blades together. Good, option for humble warrior here. So grabbing, interlacing the hands on top of the sacrum, opening the chest, and sending that chest towards that left inner thigh. Softening the back of the neck, belly is in. If that's not available to you, you're gonna keep that hinge over the front leg. Maintain airplane arms, back knee straight. Humble warrior, more of a forward bend. Arms float off the sacrum. Good, use your arms, draw them down towards your back right heel, bring the trunk back up, high lunge. Keep the arms stacked on top of the sacrum here, lift the chin. Pause and breathe. Good, as you exhale, you're gonna shift your weight to your front foot, standing half bow. So release your hands, catch the instep of your right foot with your right hand, left arm floats forward. Knee in line with the right hip. If it's available to you, dancer pose. Pause and breathe. Finding a focal point or dristi here. Perfectly fine to stay in that standing half bow. Good, send that lifted leg all the way back, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Good, this time from your toes to your knees, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, locust pose or any back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths, ground through your hands and feet. Really feel the ground beneath you. Let go of expectations of what your practice should look like. Just allow yourself to experience one pose to the next today. Looking forward, right foot steps through. High lunge, rise. Soft tops of the shoulders, lift the gaze slightly. Good, exhale, airplane arms. Sweep the arms back, shoulder blades draw together. Chest lifts, belly is in. Perfectly fine to stay right here. If you'd like, humble warrior. You're gonna interlace your hands on top of the sacrum, open the chest. On an exhale, drop the trunk to the inner thigh. Relax the back of the neck, float the arms up. Continue to open the chest. Belly in. Good, if you chose that humble warrior, you're gonna slowly draw the arms back up. Bring your shoulders tracking back over your pelvis. Pause and breathe. Lift your gaze. Good, as you exhale, shift forward. Let go of those hands. Catch the instep of your left foot with your left hand. Float the right arm forward, standing half bow. Knee in line with your hip. If you'd like, press the foot into the hand, explore more of a back bend, dancer pose. Pausing and breathing. Good, slowly come out of that. Lifted leg reaches all the way back. High lunge. Good, exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat. Find plank pose. Good, from your toes or your knees, halfway is chaturanga. Inhale, any back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Take a seat. Find your variation of boat pose. Chest lifts, belly is in. Perfectly fine to have feet down on the floor, whatever works best for you. 3 more breaths. Keep lifting the heart. Don't let the low back collapse. Good. Cross at the ankles, plant your hands, plank pose. Step it back. Walk down to your forearms, forearm plank. Pause and breathe. Press into that middle part of your back. Good. Set your knees down. Release all the way to your tummy. Sphinx pose. Lengthen upward. Passive back bend. Breathe into the abdominal muscles. Good. On an exhale, crocodile pose. Stack your hands. Turn your toes to face outward. Forehead to your hands. Pause and breathe into the belly. Couple of nice cleansing breaths here. So inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Just take a few moments to just breathe, be in your body. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Recalling that intention that you set for your practice today. Returning your focus back to the breath. Notice the quality of your breath. Start to slow the breath down. Making the inhales and exhales a little bit longer and deeper. When you're ready, start to slowly roll over onto your back. Once you're on your back, we'll take a full body stretch. So you're gonna lengthen the legs out, reach the arms up over the head, reach fingertips to toes. Nice deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, draw the right knee in towards your chest and catch it wherever it feels good for you, either on the shin or behind the right thigh might feel good. And maybe you hold here or slightly move it from side to side. And then eventually draw the right knee towards the left shoulder. Extend your right arm out to a T, shoulder blades on the mat. Same thing here, you might mobilize that hip a little bit or just hold and find a stretch through the glute and the outer hip. For more of a spine twist, just allow that right knee to come all the way over and turn your gaze to the right. Maybe allowing the eyes to close. On an exhale, slowly draw the legs back in. This time take both knees, pull them in towards the chest, taking them out a little bit wider. And then reach for the instep or yogi toe lock the big toes, happy baby or wide leg straddle. Rock if it feels good, or find some stillness. And eventually bringing the knees back in, sending that right leg all the way out. This time hug that left knee in. Just feel some length into the back and side of the left hip. And then drawing that knee across towards your right shoulder. Perfectly fine to close your eyes here and just be in your body. If you'd like, allowing that knee to come a little bit further to that right side, more of a spine twist, extending that left arm out to a T. Maybe turning your gaze to the left as your shoulder blades stay connected to the floor. Couple of nice deep breaths, really allowing the rib cage to expand. And then when you feel ready, slowly drawing the knees back in. One more time, knee hug. Pulling the knees into the chest, bring your forehead to your knees. Bringing yourself into a nice tight ball. As you exhale, release everything. And take a moment before you come into Shavasana and just explore any other poses. So it might feel good to just drop your knees inward. Place your hands on the belly and just maintain a neutral spine for a few breaths. If you want to explore an inversion of your choice, you're welcome to do that. Just once again checking in with yourself, noticing right now how your body feels. And while you're exploring any additional poses, Just take a moment of gratitude for coming to your mat today. So important to take care of ourselves at this time, to nourish our bodies with movement and breath, and a sense of peace and calm, and everything else seems a little bit chaotic. When you feel ready, you can move into your final relaxation, Shavasana or corpse pose. If you're comfortable on your back, you can feel free to just lengthen outward, slide the shoulder blades underneath you, and let your heart be open. If you'd rather be curled up on your side or laying on your stomach or whatever you're going to feel good with, you can feel free to do that as well. Once you settle into a pose that feels good for you, surrender to your mat. Breathe deeply in through the nose. Big, heavy sigh through the mouth. Repeating these phrases to yourself. Let me be happy. Let me be healthy. Let me be safe. Let me live with ease. Take another nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Put a pause on the mind chatter and just let yourself be here. A few moments with no expectations.